Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
This is the Tone Deaf Podcast, and I think we're going to get right into it.
It's going to be a quick one today.
Over the event of the weekend, which was the 64th Grammy Awards, I want to say.
64th annual, of course.
Well, we've made 2 episodes in the past saying the Grammys suck. Aaron, do they still suck?
You know what? They did a little bit better this year, but in general, I still think they suck.
They suck even more now.
Oh, you think so?
Well, we can just get right into it. We can just get down to the nitty gritty, and I think we'll start off. And then, no offense to this guy, because this dude killed it. Okay, John Batiste. And I was going to look it up.
I'm going to assume it's Batiste.
Batiste. I was going to look it up before the show because he won a lot, and I wanted to give him some respect. But who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I'm not discrediting him. Maybe we're just ignorant. We have no clue. We're not
nobody
aware.
knows who he is.
We're not aware.
Twitter was like, what the fuck?
We're not aware of the genius of John Batiste.
No, maybe we'll get into some in a little bit. But this is just like, I think it's funny because there's that one Eminem song where he said they give the album of the year to someone no one has ever even heard of, and they did. They literally did.
Yeah, a mainstream.
Now we can go. There's about 10 albums nominated here for best album. So we get "We Are" by John Batiste, "Happier Than Ever" Billie Eilish, "Planet Her" Doja Cat, "Back of My Mind" Chris Brown. Is that Chris? He's the first name that pops up. Is that his album? Who knows? Donda, Bieber's album, Olivia Rodrigo's, Lil Nas, Lady Gaga, and Taylor Swift. You're telling me? Look, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, not a Gaga. What the fuck she know about Polaroids?
I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras, though? She don't know nothing about cameras.
I don't know. I heard somebody say that because they have that new rule where every producer credited gets an award now.
Like they get their own.
They get their own Grammy. And then I saw something. It was like, well, they just didn't want to give Kanye's album like 100 Grammys.
There's like 40, there's like 50.
But then if you look at the John Batiste that won, he has he has a lot too on his.
Yeah, he's got at least 25 names here.
Yeah, and someone on Twitter was like, "Oh, they just didn't want to pay for all the awards." Well, if that's true, Billie Eilish would have won because it's like 4 people.
Right, which I actually commend for that. I'm not a huge. I mean, I'm big for collaboration. I'm a supporter of when people want to have features, but it's hard for me to like give a ton of credit to one particular artist for an album if when you look on the thing there's like 50 people credited as songwriters and producers, because then it's like, okay, how much of that did you really do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like it when it's just, it's either all done by that one person or there's, maybe 2 or 3, producers and songwriters involved. So
yeah, that's a lot of credits, and it's good to credit everybody on the thing.
Right, because then you also have like sound mixing engineers and stuff like that who like they worked on it, they didn't necessarily make it, but
and I believe isn't there its own category for that sort of thing, like best sound mixing, or is that the Oscars? I don't know. I didn't watch the Grammys either.
Yeah.
And I will say it definitely didn't make as big of a splash as the Oscars because I didn't know the Grammys were on and didn't hear anything about it on Twitter.
Well, and I think that was probably because everybody was still high on the whole Chris Brown situation. What did I say, Chris Brown?
Well, that was like
Chris
12
Rock.
Years ago, bro.
Sorry.
You don't gotta bring that back up.
No, I meant Chris Rock. I don't know. I just said Chris Brown because I think we were just talking about him.
Yeah. No.
You know what I meant.
Nobody got smacked at this award show.
Yeah, nobody got absolutely wrecked.
But Olivia Rodrigo broke a Grammy, which I think, like, somebody does every year. Like one of those people that wins like
3 or 4
and they drop one because they're all trying to hold them for the pictures on the red carpet after.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. I was going on to Olivia Rodrigo, who I like okay. I think Sour was a little overrated as a whole.
I like Good For You.
Yeah. I mean, like there's good songs on it, and I think she's probably deserving of Best New Artist.
Well, this is what I wanted to talk about too. You think is she a better artist than Baby Keem? No.
Well, Baby Keem did get Best Rap Performance with Family Ties.
Okay,
so.
well, we can go to that too because that song was nominated, I think, for Best Rap Song, but lost that one Best Rap Performance. And like when I was looking at this list, I was like, they distinguishing different? Like, what's rap performance versus rap song? Which also
Yeah, I
goes
don't know.
into like song. There's a song of the year and record of the year. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about that on previous episodes.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're a little. It's kind of confusing because it's like at
Yeah,
least to
still
like the
don't understand.
general fan, I'm sure probably doesn't know the difference between song of the year and record of the year. But then all this at the same time, record of the year and album of the year, because albums are often, referred to as records.
Yeah, I don't understand anything the Grammys really does. But she won Best New Artist Olivia Rodrigo over Baby Keem Phineas, who's not like
He's not a new artist.
Been around. Glass Animals, who is number 1 on Billboard with a song that came out 5 years ago. Anyways,
Wait. You're telling me? You're talking Heat Waves?
yeah, it came out.
That came out 5 years ago,
I want to say 17.
and it's just getting big now. Was it because of TikTok?
TikTok, and it's number 1 now.
That's
crazy. And it was big on TikTok like a few months ago.
Yeah.
But
That's
now
crazy.
it's like,
I didn't know that song came out that long ago. I mean,
maybe
I'm not.
It says
What do you-
2020, but I saw something that was 17. Maybe that was some of their old stuff.
Oh, okay. I was
But
like, that's
still-
like,
but
still
still,
that'd be crazy.
It came out 2 years ago, and now it's number 1, thanks to TikTok.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not necessarily big into Glass Animals. I like that song. I'm sure they got great stuff if it's
Yeah.
similar to that song,
But
but
they're not a new artist. I
I
want to
wouldn't-
know what their criteria is.
yeah,
Do
because
you
it's
think
like
it's first release within the Grammy time period. Like that's their first release.
I don't know. It just doesn't make.
Didn't Uzi have 3 albums out when he was one Best New Artist was nominated a few years ago? He had like 3 albums out, but
Yeah, but did he put them all out in like a year or two?
probably.
Probably. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you had stuff come out 5 years ago and you're nominated for Best New Artist this year, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you're not really a new. Like Olivia Rodrigo makes sense. Like she broke within the last year or two.
Right. Baby Keem,
Makes sense.
Japanese Breakfast.
I've heard of him, never listened to him, but
Well,
it sounds familiar.
Well, that's when like Rolling Stone put out an article because her album has tomatoes on it, and so does MGK, so they say he copied her.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? Saweetie's on here.
Saweetie.
Saweetie Meal.
So one thing I did want to point out about the Grammys this year is shout out to the Foo Fighters. I don't know if you saw. They won
Grammys.
3, and with that, they became the most decorated American band in Grammys history.
How many? What's the total?
15, I think.
Shit.
I think they've got 15 Grammys now.
That's more than a lot of people.
Yeah. It sucks we didn't get to see them play.
Yeah.
They can't. As most of you probably know, they canceled not only their Grammys performance, but the rest of their tour this year, so they can mourn the loss of
They had a nice
Taylor Hawkins. But
nice tribute though
yeah,
for Taylor.
mm-hmm.
They gave him like a 2-minute like video package, which was nice.
Yeah.
But it was cool. They won Best Rock Album, Rock Performance. They won for 2 songs. They had 2 song wins.
Well, yeah, Medicine at Midnight won Best Rock Album, which is not really surprising given what it was going up against.
The Field.
Well, you had
Now, let me ask you this real quick. Out of all the rock and like mainstream rock that's come out, does MGK get a nod there in that category? What do you
for rock, or
what
like
else is it? They don't have an alternative category.
Yeah, they
which
do.
They
Best
do?
Alternative Music Album.
What?
St. Vincent won it.
I don't even. Oh, I don't know who that is.
You never heard of St. Vincent?
No.
Oh, she's good, dude.
Shout out St. Vincent, I
Shout out
guess.
St. Vincent. No, yeah, she was up against like Fleet Foxes, Halsey, Japanese Breakfast, and Arlo Parks. I've heard of Fleet Foxes. Fleet Foxes are good.
Well, those songs are like alternative.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard. I mean, at the same time, it's like I feel like you would kind of have to put MGK in the alternative category because he mixes in so much hip hop influence.
I guess, but it's kind of like a rock album. And I think we talked about this last time. The rock category and there hasn't like rock music hasn't been rock music.
Yeah.
Like Coldplay was in there a few years ago. Like it's not fucking like rock music.
Well, speaking of, I did want to bring this up. Speaking of like categorizing things.
I thought you were gonna say Coldplay. I was like, I don't want to talk about Coldplay.
No, I'm not fucking talk about Coldplay. Fuck Coldplay. Speaking of categorizing things, I saw something interesting. So I follow the Grammys on Instagram, and I saw something interesting that they posted. And it was a picture of Olivia Rodrigo and Avril Lavigne together.
Okay.
And the caption read, "Our pop punk princesses."
Whoa, okay. Pump the brakes.
So here's what, and this is something I noticed too, given which awards she won aside from Best New Artist. In what world is Olivia Rodrigo pop punk?
that one song.
Barely though.
I don't know.
Are you talking Good For You, or are you talking
Good for you. And also, I'm looking at this right now, and she was nominated for Best Music Video. Her music video was kind of gas. But also, I didn't guess who won Best Music Video.
Who won Best Music?
John Batiste, whatever.
Over
Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, which I think is like one of the best videos.
Oh, that's great.
Production-wise, the last like 2 years.
She should win a goddamn award. Have you seen
Peaches by Justin Bieber is a cool-ass video.
I haven't seen it.
It's fucking dope.
Yeah, but I got so angry with that. I mean, Avril Lavigne makes sense. She straight up has made pop punk. Like her new album even is still pop punk. But the fact that they like, I don't know why I get so pissed because like I hate gatekeeping and I'm not one to gatekeep, but at the same time it pisses me off when people label Olivia Rodrigo as pop punk because it's just so it's like, not even. I'm not trying to gatekeep. It's just not. It's just not.
Maybe there's more songs like Good For You on the album.
Well, I've listened to the whole album.
Oh,
there's maybe 2 songs that sound anything close to pop punk, and that's Good For You, and I think the other one's called Brutal. It's the opener.
She's pop for sure. You got that
pop,
part.
Well, she won Best Pop Vocal Album. It was called a pop vocal album,
and she was nominated for Best Pop Song Performance as well.
But then they go and they label her pop punk in her Instagram.
That's
around their Instagram.
And then she wore that black dress, and they're like, our goth queen is out, is what somebody. Look, she like Olivia Rodrigo can get at me, like no offense, but you're just not pop punk.
You're not goth either. The Cure is goth. Bauhaus is goth. That's like
Wednesdays raining, Thursdays blue.
Oh my god, dude! That like
a lot of Kanye. Kanye got a lot of Grammys today.
He won.
He won.
Or a lot of nominations.
Well, a lot of nominations. He won at least 2 for melodic rap performance, Hurricane with The Weeknd and Lil Baby, and then rap song.
His song with Jay-Z won a Grammy, right?
And Marilyn Manson. Does he get
controversial?
One? Do you think they give him one? I wouldn't give him one.
I don't know. Well,
do you have to?
Have the allegations been proven true or false yet? I know a lot of women have come out lately, but I don't. I mean, I'm always the type of person who's like, okay, like I'm gonna wait till like it gets settled.
Yeah, like the Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, because like I mean, to be honest, I was quick to jump the gun on Deshaun Watson. You know, be like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit, but like I didn't know anything about it. You know what I mean? So
interesting to see him back in the league next year for sure. A lot of Silk Sonic winners.
Yeah, Silk Sonic really popped off.
They were saying Bruno and Anderson .Paak were off the coke.
Yeah. Well, did you see what they were dressed like? They were dressed up as like the Silk Sonic like character, like they looked like from the 70s.
Yeah, it was fucking sweet.
I love Anderson .Paak, dude. Anderson .Paak's the shit.
They were the immaculate vibe of the Grammys.
They were the immaculate Stevie Light.
Stevie Light, their performance was sweet too. I saw that.
Oh yeah, for what was it, 777? What song did they do?
I have no idea. I just saw it on Twitter and I was like, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Leave the Door Open won Record of the Year, which is a fantastic song.
Is that the one? What's the one where they're like, this bitch paying the rent? Is it that song?
I don't think so.
Should be. That song's a fucking banger. It won Record of the Year?
That won Record of the Year, and I think it won
Song.
Yeah, I think it won Song of the Year as well.
So that doesn't make sense. Like, it's the same fucking category. Then pull up.
Hold up, I'm here.
Pull up Record. I got song right here.
Okay, you said pull up what Record of the Year means?
Just like pull up the songs in Record of the Year.
Oh yeah, I've got the whole list.
Yeah. I got song right here. It's Leave Door Open, Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran. There's an Alicia Keys song, Kiss Me More by Doja and SZA. That song dominated radio for a long time. That was I don't know how, but every time I'd get in my car, turn the radio on, it was that song. Song's fucking vibe, casual. I like it. Happier Than Ever. I don't know if that won anything. That song's a banger.
That song is a banger.
Montero, Call Me By Your Name. I mean, Lil Nas X only drops fucking bops. So
yeah, he drops extremely catchy music.
Now let me ask you this: just by looking at the Song of the Year category, it's all pop music. Thoughts? And I think this goes back to and it's nice now that Kanye, Album of the Year, nom, but there's usually never any rap and the big Song of the Year, Record, Album of the Year. There's never any rap.
It's never any rap. Yeah,
which is surprising because that's the biggest genre in the world right now.
Right. I mean, and then I think we can also point a lot of this to the Academy. You know, the Recording Academy, because they are the ones who come up with this. There's a committee that
they don't
votes
do
on it.
Very well.
Yeah, they seem to be awfully biased. But I mean, that's been a thing for years. Everybody says that, and it's obviously true. But
it only took them fucking 16 years after the genre of rap was born to introduce the category
Yeah.
into the Grammys, but,
Yeah.
Tupac never won a Grammy. Fuck off.
Yeah, for real.
Fuck off.
Fuck completely off.
Tupac has 6 nominations. B.I.G. has no wins. Who else doesn't have any wins?
Did Nas ever get one?
Nas just got his first one either last year or the year before.
And that's crazy because Illmatic is one of like the best fucking rap albums I've ever heard.
Well, if my timeline's correct, rap was introduced in 96. Illmatic came out in 94. So he didn't even get the chance.
That's a good point. Hey, was it? Did that come out? Because I thought that was
1994.
I'm gonna look this up. Oh yeah, you're right. 94.
Yep.
Maybe it was the sequel album that he did. I can't remember. Stillmatic. What it was called. No, not. Is it that what it's called?
Well, he has an album called Stillmatic. I don't know if it was the one after.
No, I was looking. Where's this at?
Oh no, but Ether. Did Ether get Grammy nominated?
I don't know.
Could you imagine? Your diss is so powerful it gets Grammy nom.
That would be absolutely insane. What was it? I'm trying to find this album I was thinking of.
The Nas one?
Yeah. It's the one that came out right after Illmatic. I think it came out in 96. It was like his it was like a sequel. It was a sequel to Illmatic.
Illmatic 2.
Illmatic Part 2. No. Where is this at?
Why don't you just go to Nas's discography?
That's what I'm doing, but oh my god, my computer is being absolutely ridiculous today. This is terrible.
It was written.
Yep, that one came out in 96 or 7, I think, right?
Yes, 6.
6. So,
is halftime? See, now I gotta look at all of these. Halftime's on Illmatic.
We're going on a bit of a Nas tangent here.
Favorite Nas song? Go.
Oh, I don't know, man.
My favorite one that's a bop.
Obviously, like I would tell you, I mean, this sounds kind of generic, but like I just said, like anything off Illmatic. Illmatic is such a good fucking album.
I gotta go with Hate Me Now. Hate Me Now is like the ultimate like hype up song.
Yeah.
They're like, it's pretty good. I believe that was on Madden 10. Anybody want to fact check that? Madden 10 on the Wii? Anybody?
Dude, hey, we can go on a whole conversation about video game soundtracks. Good Lord.
Madden 04 has Feeling This.
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. And it's called something different, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird. Is it just like the instrumental or something?
No, it's the song, but it has a different name, I think, in the Madden soundtrack.
I'm going to look that up.
Weird. It's weird.
Now, let's get back to the Grammys, though.
Let's get back in the Grammys.
This is the Grammys episode, and we're kind of...
This is the Grammys episode.
So, you were just talking about the songs that were up for Song of the Year.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about Record of the Year. So obviously, Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic took home the prize.
Okay.
It was up against I Still Have Faith in You by ABBA. Freedom, John Baptiste.
ABBA still makes music?
They just came out with their first album in like 40 years.
No shit.
Yeah, Voyage.
Okay.
Freedom, John Baptiste, our homie who won like a shitload of Grammys.
I mean, shout out to that dude.
He tied Kendrick Lamar for like second most nominations ever. I think he had like 11 nominations.
Might have to listen to this album, low key.
Might be good. Is it that good? You think it's that good?
According to the Academy.
I Get a Kick Out of You, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Peaches, Bieber.
Is Tony Bennett that former UNLV basketball player, played for the Cavs first overall pick, Anthony Bennett? Is that him?
No, this dude's like 95 and has Alzheimer's. So
okay, all
right. Right on Time, Brandy Carlisle.
Probably would.
Kiss Me More, Doja Cat featuring SZA.
I don't care what you say. I love that song.
Kiss Me More.
That song's gas.
Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish, absolute banger.
Absolute banger.
Montero, Call Me by Your Name, and Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. Which, believe it or not, I actually really like Jaden Hossler's pop punk cover of Driver's License.
Maybe that's where they got confused. They thought that was her being pop punk, and they didn't realize it was...
Well, his voice on that song is really high-pitched anyways, so...
Maybe they thought it was a mashup.
Maybe.
My pop punk queen.
No, I'm going to guess that the difference between Record of the Year and Song of the Year is like Song of the Year probably focuses more on songwriting, like the song itself, and then Record of the Year would probably focus on like the overall production and sound and all that shit.
Yeah, I would think so. It makes sense. I don't know.
It's just like to the
confusing,
casual. I
yeah.
would think to the casual fan that would be really confusing.
It is.
You know, we're not music experts like Tone Deaf. You know, we're kind of
no, we're just chilling.
no, just casual. CB-like vibes.
Reggae and Latin pop albums. Don't know too much about those. Shout out to the winners. Can't really speak on those. Don't listen to those.
Mm-hmm.
All respect to them.
Oh, Kiss Me More, Doja Cat featuring SZA won Best Pop Duo / Group Performance.
Yes. Now, what are the other nominations in that category, though?
So we get Kiss Me More. I Get a Kick Out of You, Tony Bennett and Gaga. Justin Bieber and Benny Blanco with Lonely. BTS with Butter.
Don't listen to them, but hear they're pretty popular.
Yeah. Their fan base is ruthless.
Yeah, so don't come for us. I respect what they do. That Lil Nas X Old Town Road feature they have, really good.
I know nothing about them, and I could care less, so come at me. I'm here for it. I want the smoke.
Yeah, true.
BTS Army, I want the smoke.
Don't
and
say
then lastly, Coldplay with Higher Power. We could give two shits less about Coldplay. I think
Coldplay.
most people could give two shits less about Coldplay. They have like two good songs.
Coldplay faithful come at me.
Viva La Vida is okay.
Yellow.
No, Viva La Vida is okay.
Yellow.
That's fine.
Hey, did you see Louis C.K. won a Grammy?
How did Louis C.K. win a Grammy? What, was it a comedy album?
Comedy album. I thought he was canceled.
Yeah, because he had...
Did
you ever read about what that actually was? Why he got canceled?
Yeah, didn't he make somebody touch his wiener or something?
No, he apparently, I guess, made somebody sit in a room with him while he jerked off because he likes having other people in the room. He did some weird sicko shit. Yikes.
Yeah. Well, he's a Grammy winner now.
Oh, Tony's gonna be dude. Tony's gonna be pissed. The Business Tiesto got nominated for Best Dance Electronic Recording, but didn't win.
No way.
Yeah, lost to Alive by Rufus Du Sol.
Lost to a motherfucker named Rufus, bro. Fuck out of here. I also didn't know in this rock category, you said he wasn't going up. Foo Fighters weren't going up against much, but AC/DC and Paul McCartney dropped albums.
For Best Rock Album, you said?
Yeah. There's a Chris Cornell posthumous release as well.
I'm not a fan of posthumous releases, but...
Neither am I. Well, I didn't even know.
And I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm saying I don't like the idea of it.
No, yeah, of course.
But, no, I mean, Medicine at Midnight is probably the best album out of all of those. I wasn't necessarily... It's not my favorite Foo album, but probably out of all the other nominees, it was probably the best one. I mean, Power Up, every AC/DC song sounds the same. I respect them heavily, and they're fucking awesome.
Yes.
But every song does sound... They're the only band who's ever successfully done that. You never noticed that?
Yeah, that's
They're the only band who's successfully...
Because it all sounds the same, because the blueprint they had from the first song was a banger, so they're all bangers now.
Yeah.
They cannot not
I was just I've never seen a band do the exact same thing, yet a little bit different every single time and succeed.
And it's quite impressive that they've been doing it now...
For this long. 50 years or something like
Brian
that.
Brian Johnson leave? I thought he had hearing problems. I thought he left.
He's obviously back.
But I thought he had hearing problems.
Yeah, that was a while ago, I think.
For touring purposes?
Possibly.
Because I know I saw... Oh, I just had a heart attack.
What?
Because it said country song, and I saw Cold. The song name was Cold. I thought Coldplay won Best Country Song.
I mean, I'd rather them win that than Best Rock Song.
That's true. As a
rock fan.
Did you hear about that new Joni Mitchell album?
No. Probably because it's not on Spotify.
Well, it's a historical album. It's the Joni Mitchell Archives Volume 1, the early years, 63 through 67. One Best Historical Album.
Fair. That's a category?
Yeah.
What is
they have
with
categories
all these?
for everything.
They've got great... This is
jazz instrumental. Joni Mitchell won Person of the Year. I didn't know that was a category.
How did she win? Oh, what? Because she said, "Screw you, Grammys. I'm going to do the same thing Neil Young did. Because I don't like Joe Rogan."
Did she do that?
Yeah, she was one of the people who joined in.
Oh, who gives a fuck? Anyway, Best Rock Song, Waiting on a War by The Foo.
That's a great song.
Bluegrass Album. You hear about that?
No, I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine with having one for all the genres and stuff, but it's historical album.
Well,
what
does that even mean?
Yeah, then the other thing, I don't know. Just some of the stuff is a little too specific.
Yeah.
But
what's
New Age album? What's New Age?
I don't. Is that
New Age jazz or
the New Age Outlaws or
best? What is this?
Best recording package.
What was that? Who won that?
Janghan Lee and Yu Wei.
They have American Roots. That's a category.
Dance Electric. Major Lazer got a nom. Marshmallow.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. That's fine.
Queen's Gambit won the soundtrack award.
Oh yeah, I mean I think that's
There were
fine.
two.
That's
They had
totally
two
fine
winners.
to have
They had two
a.
winners.
That's totally fine to have a soundtrack award because there's some great soundtracks
No,
out there.
of course, but two albums won. It was the Soul soundtrack and the Queen's Gambit soundtrack.
Okay.
How do you have two?
I don't know, but I don't really care too much about that.
You know that Ludwig dude?
Ludwig? I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's that dude that played Redbone. He produced Redbone.
Oh
Ludwig?
yeah. He did the
Mandalorian soundtrack.
Yeah, I was actually watching some about that the other day. Now that you talk about it,
He got a nom.
nice.
Let's
nice.
okay. So we're talking about Louis C.K. He won. Forget about him.
Yeah.
So his opponents were Chelsea Handler, who's also very controversial.
Yeah, she's.
Kevin Hart.
I'm not particularly a fan of her. I like there's a lot of female comics that I do like. Chelsea Handler's not one of them.
No.
I love Nikki Glaser, dude. Nikki
Glazer's
she's
cool.
hilarious, dude.
You like Natasha Leggero?
At times, sometimes she can get annoying.
You Amy Schumer fan?
Mm.
Did you see the shit that she just said?
No, what did she just say recently?
Well,
So this is some whack shit.
Oh, very, very whack. It's because the
That's-
Oscars went so seamless, right?
Yeah.
So smooth. She was like, "Well, they didn't let me say this one joke." Do you want?
What was the joke?
I don't even fucking remember.
I'm gonna have to Google this now.
Let me pull it up. I literally just saw this and I was like, "How
Amy Schumer
fucking
joke.
dumb are you?"
Now I don't like her for a lot of the same reasons I don't like Chelsea Handler, just because she just says some whack shit a lot, and she's very like, I don't know. She's like one of those comics who, like, when people don't like her, she's like, "Oh, it's because I'm a woman, isn't it?" It's like, no, it's because you're just not that funny.
Well, and she also there's a ton of evidence of her stealing jokes.
Yeah, right.
As well,
right.
Here's the joke. Don't Look Up is the name of the movie. More like Don't Look Down the Barrel of Alec Baldwin's Shotgun.
That's funny though. Kinda ish. Is it too soon to start making jokes about that?
I don't know if we need to make jokes about that.
Yeah, because he accidentally kills somebody, right?
Yeah, it's a bit.
I mean, I will say, like, people were already making jokes. I saw comics already making jokes about that like a week later.
Oh, really?
Sam Morril, one of my favorite comics, he was already making jokes like 2 weeks later. I saw.
Well, Amy Schumer's not funny.
Yeah, she's not that funny. You know who I also
She's
hate
not that
too?
funny. What?
Samantha Bee. She has that show on TBS or True TV or something like that. You ever heard of her?
Is she the one?
She looks like an older version of Amy Schumer,
No,
but like 10 times as like preachy.
No idea.
Oh, never mind then. But
no
yeah.
idea.
Well, don't need to check her out because she's not funny.
The Foo. Okay, well, the Foo won rock performance as well.
Yeah. What was with
Making a Fire.
Making a Fire? Okay.
This one is a category for album notes. I'm guessing the pamphlet inside the album.
Okay, that's a oddly specific category, but fair enough.
Then you still need to have that. They don't make CDs anymore. Like, regional roots, gospel, contemporary blues, contemporary Christian, global music performance.
Oh, I do want to give a quick shout out.
Don't they have international Grammys though?
Yeah, they've got like the European Grammys and the Latin Grammys, and I did want to I want to give a quick shout out because we were just talking about comedians. Bo Burnham won a Grammy.
He did.
Yeah, for All Eyes on Me, best song written for visual media. Did you ever watch that special Inside?
I watched a little bit of it. I didn't get to
Dude, it's so
finish it.
good. It's so good. It's actually like funny, but it's actually like kind of like, I don't know, like thought provoking. Because for those of you who don't know, Inside, this Bo Burnham guy, he filmed a comedy special, but it was during like the first quarantine where like everybody stayed the fuck home.
Right.
Like, and he basically like locked himself in his apartment for 6 months, and it was just him, nobody else. So it's like this. It's this comedy special that's like written, filmed, edited, and produced all on his own, and he's just in this small room in his apartment. And so he's got like lights everywhere and equipment everywhere, and he's like doing jokes, but he also does songs. So that's kind of like Bo Burnham's thing, is he does like comedy songs.
Mm-hmm.
And so he does all this stuff, but so it's like a comedy show, but then you also see him like totally just lose his shit, like lose his mind, because he's like locked inside by himself for 6 months, and so he like has a little mental breakdown on camera.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like super.
Yeah, I didn't get to that point.
Yeah, But there's some funny ass songs in it though. It's pretty funny.
I like his older stuff.
Yeah, like when he was on Vine. When he got big on Vine and YouTube.
And when he had the MTV show Zach Stone.
Yeah, it got canceled after one season, but they put it on Netflix, and so I was rewatching that a couple weeks ago.
It's a great show. If you have Netflix, go watch it.
Bo Burnham's hilarious. I'm a huge fan of him.
Yes. I used to watch him all the time when I was a kid.
Well, he's super fucking talented. Like, he's actually like a good singer, and he's like a really good piano player.
Doesn't he play guitar as well?
Yeah, he's a multi-instrumentalist.
He's a musical savant.
Savant.
My new favorite term.
That's a great word, savant.
Choral performance. Shout out Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
Goddamn right, brother. Fuck yeah. There's a lot of different categories.
Yeah, there are a lot of different
Americana album, traditional pop vocal album. Okay, now here's like one of the last things I want to talk about this. You have traditional pop vocal album, and then there's pop vocal album.
What's the difference between pop and traditional pop?
I don't know, because there's a pop vocal and then traditional pop vocal album of the year. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like, what's
really
the difference?
Best immersive audio album?
There's a surround sound category too.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
It's called, it just says best immersive audio.
Well, then there's two, because there's a surround sound category too.
Nice.
Like, why?
There's also 2 producers of the year. There's classical and non-classical.
Music educator.
Best opera recording. Best choral performance. Best chamber music.
Folk. Children's album.
What is best classical compendium?
I don't even, that's too big of a word for me, brother. I couldn't fucking tell you.
Actually, let's take a look. I wanted to take a look. Oh, no, you can already talked about it. Best music videos. So we'll skip that. Best music film, Bo Burnham Inside lost to Summer of Soul.
Yes, I saw it to Questlove.
Yeah, shout out Questlove, though. I fucking love Questlove.
Questlove.
He's the shit.
He's dope.
Oh, and I didn't know it did, so I'm glad I caught this before I said something. But Billie Eilish put out like a music film thing on Disney Plus. Do you have Disney Plus?
Maybe.
Okay, she put out this thing. It's on Disney Plus. It's called Happier Than Ever: A Love Letter to Los Angeles, and it's like this like concert film where it's like her with the LA Philharmonic, and they're playing at this venue. So, but it's like there's no audience, so it's like a concert, but it's filmed like a music video, and then so there's like cool effects and shit. And then it's also mixed in with like these little like animations that are splashed in here like throughout like the whole film. It's really fucking cool. And I was going to say, what the fuck? She should win an award for that. But then I just saw now that she got a nomination. So I'm glad I didn't say something. Be like, fuck you, Grammys. You didn't give her a shout out. And then they did. So.
Yeah, you did better than last year, Grammys. But at the end of the day, the Grammys
you still fucking
suck.
You still suck.
You suck.
Yeah.
And, and shout out John Batiste.
Shout out
John Batiste. I mean, he ate up the fucking Grammys.
He did.
He got that shit. He got that shit.
He did get that shit.
And even though I don't know who you are, I mean, gotta give a shout out to the boy for racking up about half the Grammys. So,
yeah. So that in conclusion. The Grammys, you still suck, but you did okay this year.
Yes, 64 was better than 63.
That's for sure.
Do better next year. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So I do want to give everybody some quick news, just to give a little hype going into the next episode.
What do we got going on? Oh, right.
We've got El Presidente, the president of the Whale Radio here at Grand Valley. The big dog. The big dog. No, none of you probably know who he is, but just us. We're just excited, but it's going to be a good episode. Bobby Novak is going to be on the show.
Our good buddy Bobby Novak.
Yep, president of WCKS, The Whale, where we have Tone Deaf Radio.
Yes. So, which is on this Friday.
10 a.m. to noon. Latest and greatest in alternative music.
Yes, right. Radio FX app or worldradio.net.
Certified hood classic.
Real trap shit.
No, seriously, definitely listen to us on there. And thank you for listening.
Yes, I'm Mick G.
I'm Root.
They call me.
I'm Root or Aaron, whatever the fuck you want to call me.
No, you're Root, bro.
Okay, yeah, then I'm Root.
We have to fully absorb the stage name at this point.
Yeah. Root and McG.
Root and McG.
Root and McG. Now, thank you for listening. Keep passing it on to your friends. Keep downloading. Merch available now.
Merch link in bio.
Yeah,
In the
that's
link
gonna be up soon. Our first piece of merch, I think at this point is sold out. Almost sold out.
Sold out right now.
Yeah, we did some T-shirts, but we'll probably be doing some more merch here soon. So definitely
And-
keep a lookout for that if you want some Tone Deaf merch.
And let us know if you want more T-shirts in the next order.
Yeah, we'll make more. We'll get more. So
We'll get more. And also, if you have any ideas of what you would like, hat, Tone Deaf lighters, baby onesie.
whatever the fuck you want. Any ideas you got for anything you want us to do, requests for videos, or if you want to come on the pod, just send us a DM on Instagram at Tone Deaf Media.
True.
So, yeah, thank you for listening, and peace.
Grammy still suck. Peace.